Okay, I'm going to try this just as something new to do for the theory and practice class. And so I just want to, for your observations for the home, there's a lot of things we're going to talk about in class, but since we won't have enough time to talk about some things to really think about when you're doing your home observation. So please do not use the pictures that I'm showing you. I'm just doing that because I don't want to see my face on the screen while I'm videoing this. So some things to think about whenever you're observing the kitchen. And remember, you're going to do this for all of the age groups that I have on that list specifically. Okay. So take a look at the stove. What type of stove is it? Anytime a stove is hot, does it have a quick cool down? If there's an open flame, more chance for fire because someone's going to have if someone has a towel sitting beside it, if little fingers or big fingers were to touch the surface for it to be hot, can the knobs be easily turned on and off? Those are some things to think about when you're looking in the kitchen. Some other things to consider, are there cabinet locks? With little kids, cabinet locks are a safety, should be requirement, but safety recommendation. Take a look at what's inside of the cabinet. So if someone should get into the cabinets or open a cabinet door that's up above, is there product that's falling out of it that's a safety hazard? Are there chemicals stored in a certain cabinet that may be of easy access for and height level for little young children? So think about that. Where are the knives? Typically, a lot of people have a knife block, and the knives are fairly easily accessible, so children would be able to reach those. Or maybe there's dishes laying out that could be dangerous at the time whenever you're there. Or a knife that's buried in the sink, and somebody reaches in to grab it, could cut themselves. Okay. If you happen to observe, like if there is food cooking on the stove, look at where the pot handles are. Is it, again, think of your younger ages. If they were to grab, would it easily be able to spill onto them? Or as an adult, are they going to be cooking and reaching over and so on and so forth, increase the chance for a burn? For all your rooms, inspect the floor surface. Is there wet? Is there trash? Is there food that could be hazardous for slipping, tripping, falling? Check the contents in the pantry and in the fridge. Okay, I think I mentioned this in class, but if there is alcohol in the fridge, would that be easy access for a teenage age group, for instance? Another thing to look at in the kitchen, perhaps there's groceries that have just been put away or lack thereof. So maybe there's a plastic bag laying on the floor. That could be a suffocation hazard for young children specifically. So those are some things to think outside of the box while you're in the kitchen. In the living room area, and I don't have a picture for you, sorry. Check at the furniture placement, okay? And really consider with this what height the floor is on. So if furniture placement is near a window and it's at a higher height, then you have easier access for someone falling out or through the window, especially, again, thinking little kids. Okay. With furniture as well, is it easy for older adults to get in and out of the furniture? Is the furniture in good shape, or is it a little bit teetery and looks like it's going to fall apart on them? Are the rugs, if there are rugs in there, area rugs, or the carpeting itself, is it fully stretched, or is it coming up in places that's a tripping hazard or slipping hazard if it's area rugs on a hardwood or hard surface? Outlets for little kids, are the outlets covered or are they easily exposed? Is there too many plugins? Is the outlet overflowing? Is furniture secured to the wall? Televisions is one thing that has a huge increase in children specifically. Safety concerns because they pull or climb on furniture and the TV falls on top of them and severely injuring and sometimes killing them. So is that type of furniture secured to the wall, out of reach? And is the furniture itself. Sometimes if there's tall cabinets, bookshelves, those types of things that look attractive to little kids to climb and have fun, are those secure to the wall as well? So should they climb, then it's not going to topple over on them. That's something you can look at in all of the rooms that you're going to observe of furniture secured to the wall, specifically for that younger age group. Also in the living room, another like fire hazard thing, space heaters, or heating furnace vents and those types of things that are near furniture close by, or clutter, or curtains might be something to check out and see. Also, if there's access to possibly like cigarettes, alcohol, hopefully you're not in a home that you're finding drugs, but are those at easy access? And again, think of all those age groups that you're going to be looking at for each of these. A dining room. Okay, again, think about your furniture that's in the room. Think about the table height. Some of the popular furniture now is the taller high top tables and high top chairs. Okay, great for, you know, teenage, young adult age, but for young children, that would be a considerable hazard for them falling and getting hurt, and also elderly being able to get up into the chair. So think about all your age groups again. What do the corners of the table look like? Are they sharp? Possibly is it broken furniture that has sharp edges? So if someone were to catch themselves on it or fall, could be of concern. Again, think about your plug-ins. Where are they? What are they? Are they covered? What are in them? Also in the dining room and other rooms, think about cords that could be hanging from blinds, curtains. The cords are a large strangulation hazard for young children. And then also, again, just the general area of the floor. Is the layout nice so that there's, you know, no concern for tripping over something? Is it just plain old messy and there's things in the way that could cause any age group to trip, so on and so forth. Look for spills or food on the floor. Typically, most families will eat in the dining room, so there may be food or drink on the floor that just hasn't happened to be cleaned up whenever you're doing your observation. Okay, the bathroom, probably one to really, really inspect for no bigger than they usually are. There's a lot of hazards in them. So check around the tub and think about all of your age groups again. What's the tub safety? Is there, what is the word I'm looking for? Is there traction type non-slip surface in the bottom of the tub? Is there non-slip surface when they get out of the tub? Are there bars to help for elderly specifically in and out of the tub or the shower? What is the flooring like? If the flooring is wet, or you know, maybe it's a wet towel from someone who has taken a shower, that could cause hazard of being there. Are there cosmetics out? Medications easily accessible? Is there a drug cabinet? Is it hard to reach? Is it open? And we'll talk about this in class, but women's cosmetics, so makeup, is a highly poisonous substance when it's consumed. So if it gets in the hands of someone who doesn't understand that they're not supposed to eat it. So look in those areas. Is that stuff locked up? Is it out of the way? Toilet lid. Is the toilet lid down? So a small child, if they fell into, they wouldn't drown. Is there water standing in the tub? Is there a safety lock on the toilet? Those types of things. Now, obviously, a teenager or an adult probably doesn't need a safety lock on their toilet. But again, I want you to be thinking about all age groups. So if you were looking at it at this house of, okay, if there's a 3-year-old, then perhaps a toilet safety lock is a necessary thing for that particular bathroom. Okay, then you can jump up to the older adult, probably not needing a toilet lock anymore. Okay, so again, think of all of those age groups and everything that falls within there. Okay, some of you, again, you're only going to be doing one level of the house, but perhaps you want to look at the stairway. If there is a stairway on the house, on the level, So some things to think about with the stairway. Again, if it's carpeting, make sure that it's not really loose, tripping hazards. If it is bare floor, you know, is it slippery? Is there grips typically at the end of the stairway? Are those grips adhered well to the stairway? Are there handrails available? Are the handrails, so for instance in the picture here, if those handrails, the poles in between holding it up, is there some of those missing? That could be a hazard for small children getting their heads stuck. Let's see, what else do I have on there? Is there clutter on the stairway? Are there, you know, items placed on the stairs that kids are supposed to take upstairs or whatever? That could be a tripping hazard. And then the lighting in the stairway, lighting in all of the rooms is important too, but stairway and lighting is one that we'll talk about quite a little bit in the course. Okay. And then probably another common room that you're going to look at is the bedroom. So some things to consider in here. Again, cords, if there's windows or mini blinds or curtains for strangulation issues. Consider the furniture. If children are on the furniture, what's the height that they could fall? Is the furniture adhered to the wall so if they were to fall? Dressers is another one that's pretty common because you can pull the drawers out, so little kids like to climb the stairs of the drawers, and then the dresser will fall over on top of them, and oftentimes the dresser is full of clothing. It's very, very heavy, and their bodies are very, very small, so it will crush them and severely injure, if not suffocate and kill them. The edges, the corners of furniture in there, again, if someone runs into them, or the particular height of the furniture and height of a person, could that cause damage? Again, look at your plugins. Particularly for infants, you know, is there a lot of blankets? Is the bedding very soft? Lots of blankets, lots of pillows. It's an increase for suffocation, those types of things. So there's tons more than I'm even mentioning, but those are some that I wanted to share with you guys specifically to think about while you're looking at that one level of the home and for all of the age groups that I have listed on the observation sheet. So think outside the box, but wanted to give you a little bit more insight than what I'm probably going to have time to do in class.